Great. Well, thank you again for the welcome. Again, my name is Clyde Walter. I serve as the Interim Vice President for Advancement at the Lutheran School of Theology at Chicago, a seminary of the ELCA, Evangelical Lutheran Church in America. In that capacity, I lead our resource development functions. Another thing to note about myself, I earned an MSW from the University of Chicago, and so I have deep appreciation for the work that you all do, and I have deep appreciation for being part of conversations and conferences such as this. As I said, the Lutheran School of Theology at Chicago is a seminary of the ELCA. We are one of 7 seminaries of the Evangelical Lutheran Church in America. We are located here in Chicago, as our name would suggest. We are on Chicago's south side in the neighborhood of Hyde Park. We are directly across from the University of Chicago, and we are glad for partnerships and neighbors of other seminaries, 8 seminaries in the Hyde Park neighborhood of Chicago. We have 200 degree-seeking students at LSTC across various master's level and doctoral level programs. The MDiv, or Master of Divinity, is a primary program of ours. Lastly, it's distinctive for us that we have a commitment to bringing faith into the public sphere, and we see a strong partnership with you all to that end. So this is my 3rd year coming to the LSA conference. It's the 3rd time LSTC has sponsored in some capacity, and each year I've shown up, I get the question, what is LSTC doing? And I love that question because it allows me the opportunity to talk about the strong partnership I do see between LSTC and LSA. And I'm glad for this opportunity this morning to help describe that partnership to you. I believe there are 3 distinct ways that LSTC graduates partner with and serve in organizations such as yours. And I'm going to describe it. Now, a few of you know this first example was really easy for me to pull, but I think it's a good example nonetheless. Kyle is a pastor in the north suburbs of Chicago. In Glenview, he serves on the Community Advisory Board for our local hospital system. He's a past chair and member of Glenview Values, which is an organization that brings together civic, business, and service area leaders across Glenview. And St. Philip has a historic partnership with United Power, which is a community organizing agency across Chicagoland area. One of United Power's focuses is access to mental health services. And so Kyle and St. Philip have really engaged in work around access to mental health services in the Glenview area. And through that work, we've developed strong partnerships with mental health leaders across agencies and organizations. And because we are not deeply entrenched, because St. Philip and Kyle are not deeply entrenched into any of those organizations, we work on alliances across those organizations and between those organizations and communities of faith, like St. Philip. Maxine, some of you may know, Maxine has spent much of her ministry serving and accompanying people, communities on the margin, accompanying and advocating for communities on the margin through her ministry. One of the key ways she did that was through her work in partnership with Holy Family Ministries. I know Cheryl's here from Holy Family Ministries, an educational ministry on the west side of Chicago. But also in serving and accompanying and advocating communities on the margin, she found herself partnering with service and healthcare organizations such as yours. Because as was noted in yesterday's keynote, disenfranchised and marginalized communities often are at greater risk for health and social concerns than other communities. And so to that end, Maxine found herself in partnership with people like you. A second way our graduates end up partnering with people like you and with organizations like yours are by serving on boards for your organizations. One example is Pastor David Abramson, who's about to retire from decades of service at St. Luke's Church on Belmont, the north side of Chicago. Pastor David's been very involved across the Chicagoland area, and one of those roles in which he's been involved is by serving as the past board chair for a number of years with Lutheran Life Communities, where he worked to galvanize support and build connections across the Chicagoland area to help develop LLC's best and brightest future. Another example is Fanny Burford Berry, who served on the board of directors for Holy Family Ministries during her time as a student at LSTC. So it's not just graduates with decades of experience who are serving in these roles, but also our current students. Now, the third distinct way we see our graduates going on to partner with and serve organizations like yours are as direct parts of the workforce. Here's where I get to have fun and lift up my friend Don Halter, who's one shining example of an LSTC graduate who's gone on to work in, serve, and ultimately lead a service organization. But I know there are others in the room, and so I don't want to leave Don isolated. If you're an LSTC graduate, if you've earned any degree at LSTC, would you stand up? I think there's a few of you. Come on down. Okay, see if you will. Oh, okay. I think there's some hiding there back in the corner. All right, well, as you see, we have connections here and we share partnerships. One last key way our graduates in the workforce have a big impact is particularly through chaplaincy work. Chaplaincy is a big part of the workforce we all share, and LSTC has a history of developing chaplains for the church and for organizations like yours. I do want to say and point out that it's not just our graduates who partner with organizations like yours, but also our students, our current students. LSTC is a pioneer as a seminary in having a service learning program where about 35 of our students spend 8 hours a week in service to an organization like yours. For our students, because they're here in Chicago, those are here in Chicago, but that helps them develop an understanding about how to partner with organizations like yours to take biblical values and theological commitments and develop them practically in communities, again, in partnership with organizations like yours. And so lastly, I want to share in summary that together, we believe we can catalyze the church to a new era of growth, responsiveness, and impact at a time when the need for ministry has never been greater. Now, we could leave Lutheran out of that statement, as I did as I spoke it. But I contend that the Lutheran tradition and Lutheran theology offer strong assets and resources to building and being the church more broadly today. And so we are very glad for the partnership with you all. We believe you all are a witness daily and practically to bearing to the good news of Jesus Christ. How many of you attended yesterday's keynote? So most of you in the room. After yesterday's keynote, I find myself seeing LSTC as being upstreamist. And perhaps it's just because I like the notion of working upstream, but I also believe it's because at our core, for us at LSTC, theological enterprise and theological formation are not just about building the church in the United States or even around the globe. For us, it's about the human condition. I was inspired yesterday when Mishi Manchanda said, strong communities aren't just better places to live. Strong communities save lives. At LSTC, we would like to partner with you to save lives. I'm grateful for your time this morning. My aims have been to inspire your minds toward how you might partner with us, to inspire your hearts toward how you might share in passions and values we have at LSTC, and for some of you, to inspire your wallets toward investment and leadership formation for the church through a place like LSTC. I'm grateful for your time this morning. I'll be glad to talk with you further. My contact information is widely available. We'll be around the rest of the day. Thank you.